Here I've just added a few more rows, and you can see that eventually I'd like the students to be able to work up to 200 in this series. So they understand counting by tens if you go 10, 20, 30, 40. But we also want them to understand that because this number in this column indicates the number of tens, we can start at any number and count by tens. We can start at 5, adding a group of 10 becomes 15, adding another group of 10. You can see here we had 0 groups of 10, 1 group of 10, 2 groups of 10, so now we have 25. Add another group of 10, we have 35. Take away a group of 10, we have 25. They should be able to start at any number and add or subtract groups of 10, again, just like that, without counting on their fingers. So 37 take away 10 should be 27. 13 plus a group of 10, 23. They should be able to do it just like that. Then the next skill is we want them to count up 2 groups of 10, or adding 20 or subtracting 20. So if I'm at 15 and I add 2 groups of 10, I'm going to get to 35. If I'm at 38 and I subtract 2 groups of 10, I end up back at 18, because they should be focused on this tens column. So understanding this place value table and the connection to these numbers. For example, 26, I have 2 groups of 10 and 6 ones. This is absolutely critical for them to be able to add and subtract multi-digit numbers. Okay, so for example, later, if I'll start out adding groups of 10. So 26, if I want to add 2 groups of 10, you can see 2 groups of 10 is the number 20. So how many ones do I have? Well, I still just have the 6 single dots, but now I have 4 groups of 10. And that's why the stacking method or traditional method works for adding, and we'll go over subtracting later. But here, if I want to do another more complex question, once they have this information established and they understand what these numbers represent, that these are groups of 10 and these are ones, then they're able to do questions like 25 plus 32. They know that they have to add their ones to their ones because they understand that these are ones and that these are tens. So they end up with 7 ones and 5 tens, which creates the number 57. Now, we will also eventually get into regrouping or creating groups of 10, and that's why we did all that work with the 10 frames coming up to 20. I'll eventually teach the students that you can actually create a group of 10, but it doesn't belong in this column. You have to carry the 1. So it doesn't belong in this column. You carry the 1 group of 10 that you've created over here, and that's what carrying your 1 is. So we're leading up to that skill, but we're not there yet.